Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
All your Megalodon shark facts in one video. There are many types of sharks, from cow shark, hammerhead, sand shark, or the famous great white shark. Sharks are versatile creatures and can survive in a wide range of habitat, from tropical coral reefs to the deep seas. Sharks are clever creatures and have a sixth sense that aid them when it comes to hunting their prey. Over the years, many species of shark have been in existence, but none can compare to the Megalodon shark. This shark lived many years ago, and chances are a few of them might still exist today. What do you guys think? Anyway, the debate on whether the Megalodon shark exists or not today can never end, but what we do know for sure is these 10 facts. Now let's begin, shall we? Number 10. The largest predator that lived. The Megalodon is a shark like no other. It broke history as the largest predator to have graced this planet. The Megalodon shark was very gigantic and one of the heaviest water creatures of all time. In length, it could reach up to 70 feet and weigh 60 tons. You may think that the great white shark is huge, but listen to this. The Megalodon shark weighs nearly 20 times more than the great white, and is at least 3 times as long as the great white. To understand just how big this creature is, let's do this. Robert Wadlow, who was the tallest man that ever lived, measured 8 feet 11 inches. The Megalodon is almost 10 times in length compared to the tallest man in history. Where does that leave you? I believe the point is now well driven. The Megalodon was not only the largest shark that ever lived, but also the largest fish of all time. And to sustain such a shark, I know you're curious as to what it fed on. And that leads us to our next point. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works. Number 9. It had a fearsome appetite. To be this large and to maintain their body, they had to eat a lot. The Megalodon loved its meat. It mostly preyed on fish, whales, and even other small sharks. Sometimes it would have a dolphin for breakfast, a whale for lunch, a large fish for dinner. What an appetite! Its large serrated teeth made it easier for it to catch and bite into its prey. To live a happy life, the Megalodon must have fed on at least 2,500 pounds each single day. That's about 2 whole cows for a party barbecue. That appetite probably rivaled any other creature in existence. If you know of any other animal that can outdo the Megalodon's appetite, please share with us. Number 8. Large serrated teeth. The teeth of this shark that lived millions of years ago could reach up to 18 meters long. That's actually where it got its name from. Megalodon simply means large tooth. Its serrated teeth were sharp and could bite other sharks and whales and leave marks on them. The teeth were its largest weapons, and the bites scared off many animals in the water. Its bites are said to be 10 times more painful compared to dinosaurs. In fact, it's about 10 times more than that of a great white shark. The shark had about 276 teeth arranged in 5 rows. Just like other modern sharks, it discarded its teeth as often as they were worn out, so they were rapidly replaced within 48 hours. I wish human beings had the same superpowers. Dental visits aren't cheap. If you come across the teeth during scuba diving or exploration, don't be too fast to dispose of them. Keep them safe, as you can sell them and make some money. The larger the inches of the teeth, the more the pricey they are. If you get one that measures 7 or more inches, you could sell it for $50,000. Believe me, these teeth could be worth more than your braces. However, if you get one that measures 3 or 4 inches, you might not make a lot of money, but they are worth around $400. That's still money, right? Number 7. It's now an extinct shark. The Megalodon shark lived in ancient times millions of years ago. Sadly, it's now no more. According to experts, it faced its extinction about 2.6 million years ago. Scientists use fossil evidence to gauge how long it ceased being on our planet. So why did the shark face extinction? It's believed that it went extinct because of lack of prey and increased predators in the ocean. Because of its huge size, it required more food than other animals, and maintaining that wasn't easy. Its extinction happened during the Pliocene era, when weather patterns changed and the Earth became cooler, as the Great Ice Age approached and the ancient seaways closed. The currents in the ocean were altered, leading to disruptions in the ocean that affected animals' feeding patterns and overall way of life. Its preferred food, like the sharks, were also dwindling in numbers, and their competitors like the great white shark upped their game in competing for food. And that now leads us to our next countdown. Number 6. It had its fair share of rivals. You may assume that since the Megalodon is the largest fish that ever lived, it didn't have its fair share of rivals. Well, let me tell you, no animal or person in the planet is too big to have enemies. Snakes also have enemies of their own, and sometimes these enemies are smaller than you may imagine. The Megalodon for the longest time would eat other sharks and whales without the blink of an eye for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But evolution plays a key role, and over time other animals were fed up with Megalodon's dominance and found ways to beat it in its own game. One of its enemies was a whale known as Cetotherium. The Cetotherium was a baleen whale. It grew as long as 15 feet. The Cetotherium evolved over the years to develop a strong and flexible material called baleen. The baleen acted as a strainer while it fed. This made it easier for Cetotherium to hunt and chew its prey easily, keeping it satisfied at most times. When it was satisfied, it had no business swimming near the Megalodon to compete for prey where it could end up being killed. This strategy worked as a disadvantage to the Megalodon, which loved to prey on Cetotherium. Another whale that scared the Megalodon was the Olophicidae. The whales swim in groups and attack the Megalodon as a group. Two whales are better than one when it comes to defeating a Megalodon shark. One scary crocodile that battled it out with the Megalodon in the ancient days was the Rhamphosukis. This crocodile had a long, strong bite and was an excellent swimmer. It measured between 26 to 32 feet. Imagine the Rhamphosukis and the Megalodon in a fight for prey. I'm sure it must have been pretty messy. Soon, the competition was just simply too high for the Megalodon to keep up with. Combine the competition with the source of food dwindling, it didn't have the strength to reproduce more, and soon, the Megalodon simply began to fade out. Number 5. Habitat. This shark has a cosmopolitan distribution. Although its fossils have been recovered mostly in the subtropical temperature latitude areas, its teeth have been found in many places, including South America, Africa, Europe, Cuba, Jamaica, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, India, and many other places. Apparently, this large shark lived anywhere where the waters were warm enough and the food was abundant. The Megalodon loved warmth, just like the dinosaurs. It loved to hunt in the warm, shallow seas while swimming. The teeth of this gigantic creature have been found in almost every continent except Antarctica and Asia. Since its fossils can be found almost anywhere, scientists deduced that the Megalodon lived all over the world. It must have been terrorizing whales and other sea creatures everywhere on the planet. Number 4. No one is certain about its origin. The Megalodon have different theories on its origin, and it's quite understandable since no one was there to witness this great shark except for pre-human ancestors. Some scientists believe that it belonged to the Lamidae family, which is a relative of the great white shark. However, latest research shows that the Megalodon belonged to the Ottodontidae, which is now an extinct family. The Ottodontidae is believed to have originated from the great white years ago. Scientists are still researching more on this creature, and hopefully soon we'll have a definite answer on its origin. Where do you think the Megalodon originated from? Share with us in the comments down below. Number 3. They had nurseries for their young ones. If you think this giant shark was ruthless and cunning, think again. This shark had emotions and great motherly instincts. The Megalodon shark created nursery areas to birth their young ones in. How cool is that? It picked the warm coastal shallow water environments where food was in abundance to birth its young ones and keep it safe from predators. You may wonder how certain we are about these nurseries, since the shark lived millions of years ago. Scientists found fossil evidence to back this theory up from over 10 million years ago. This was in the form of small teeth believed to belong to the Megalodon's young ones in the nurseries. Several nursery sites have been identified in Panama, at the Gatun Formation, Canary Islands, Maryland, and Florida. Infant Megalodons were around 3.5 meters, that's about 11 feet, which is still larger than all of us human beings. That's quite a baby. The great hammered shark targets these young ones, and the Megalodon was determined to keep its young ones safe by any means necessary. These young Megalodons fed on sea turtles, small cetaceans, or dugongs. What do you think about that appetite for a young one? Let us know in the comments below. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in our future video. Number 2. Megalodon swallowing a ship. I'm not sure where the picture was taken, but perhaps the Megalodon shark saw the ship and jumped out of the water before flashing out its wicked smile. The Megalodon shark then opens its mouth, ready to swallow the ship in its big-sized mouth and crash it with its sharp serrated teeth. Some believe the Megalodon still lives on our planets and is notorious for swallowing ships and terrorizing others on the beaches. If you were in the ship and saw the Megalodon shark ready to swallow you alive, what would you do? As we have seen, this creature had a fearsome appetite, and swallowing a ship wouldn't seem like the biggest challenge for it. Number 1. Few fossils are left. Currently, only a few fossils of this creature are left. What is common now is its fossil records of its teeth. Just like most sharks, the Megalodon skeleton was formed by cartilage, not bones. Hence, it's very hard to preserve them. However, some fossil vertebrae have been discovered. In 1926, a single specimen of vertebral column was found in Belgium. In 1983, another preserved vertebral column in Denmark at the Graham Formation was excavated. This creature never ceases to amaze scientists and fans all over the world. Coprolite remains of the Megalodon were found in South Carolina to be spiral-shaped, indicating that the shark had a spiral valve. You may think that since this animal is now extinct, it's forgotten, but believe me, it is not. Here we are 26 million years since its existence, and this is a matter of interest. If you didn't know about the Megalodon shark, now you know. And that was our countdown on 10 interesting facts about the Megalodon shark.